So we're standing here on a Friday night, and I get the pleasure of meeting Mr. Tilden Hooper, Granbury, Texas. What a ride tonight, dude. Step us through it. 86 3/4 points.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I had been on that horse before, and a couple of years ago, that was dang sure the one to have. And then last year, she was kind of guy. I don't know if she got hurt or something midway through the year, but she hadn't been bucked since June of last year. And man, fresh today, she was a lot more fun even than the last time I got on her. And I just thankful to have a good horse, and it was a really fun ride.
It looked fun, and man, you look strong. Didn't miss a beat, man. Lifting and tucking and going.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Sometimes like a horse like that's real fast right out of there. Like I didn't get a real strong mark out, but I think it helped, right? Because then I got spurring faster and was ahead of them. And I like I said, it just when it goes your way, it's real fun. And tonight it went my way, so I'm pretty thankful about that.
One step closer.
That's right. That's right. One step closer to $2 million. That's, my friend Kelly Jennings back there told me, he goes, "You know what today is?" And I said, "What's that?" He goes, "First step in 5 for getting $2 million." And I said, "All right, sounds good to me."
And $2 million on the line. You've already won the American twice. Old news, let's go do it?
Oh, no, let's go do it. That's never old news, I can tell you, to get a payday like that. And just to have the opportunity to go nod for $2 million would be damn sure a cool day. And hopefully we get there and get in there and get the right horses and maybe walk away with $2 million.
I hope so, man. We're there cheering you, and good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Good visiting with you.
You bet. Thank you.
You guys have a good night.
All right, we are standing here with none other than Dawson Hay's Wildwood, Alberta Cowboy. Dawson, 86 3/4 points. Tell us about the ride.
Yeah, I just kind of rolled in here blind. I didn't really know this horse, and he was just went out there really good. I thought it was a great pen of horses out here today, and yeah, everything clicked. I had a bit of a rough start to the winter, but I'm healthy now, and it's great to be out here.
Well, it's great to have you out here, and we saw you out in the parking lot before tonight, and you told us you knew you had seen the horse but didn't know the horse. How's that help or hurt as you get ready to ride?
I honestly kind of like it when that's the case, because you don't sometimes a guy can think too much on his game plan, and sometimes the best thing to do is just go in there blind and do your best, you know, and leave the rest in the good Lord's hands.
Well, you let it roll tonight. You looked great. That horse circled back on you. You never missed a lick.
Yeah, no, it was, he kind of got better and better as the ride went on, and just a really fun horse to get on.
You'd already won the American in 2022. How does that set your mindset? You're one step closer.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people have, it seems like in rodeo you have certain rodeos that things just kind of go your way always, and I've always had a lot of really good luck at these American qualifiers and contender finals, and you know, when you know that you can do it because you've done it before, it kind of takes that edge off. It's just, you know, keeping your head down and doing your job, and it's there to be done.
And you had talked about feeling better. Had you been a bit sore and you're coming back?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. We've been, it's just been a bit of a wild winter, I'll say.
But you're healthy now. Boy, you look good tonight. Good luck tomorrow night. One step closer to $2 million.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So we are here on Friday night at the first round of the roughstock riding. I'm standing here with Jayden Roy, Canadian Cowboy.
Yes, sir.
I could say that the Northern Storm blew in here tonight, man. What a great ride. Talk a little bit about it, if you would, please.
Listen, I've been praying about that my whole life, and got a great bull to the left. My first bull fouled, and I was like, I'll get that second one. I'll try to hustle. And listen, God's with me. I don't have that much to say, but God's with me, and thank you him. Thank you for him.
Absolutely. What did you know about the bull here tonight?
I know nothing about it. That was my first time with both of them. I don't even know the stock contractor was my first time with all those bulls, and listen, that's it. I was knowing nothing about them, but fun. They're fun. They're fun.
They're fun.
Yes, sir.
It looked like it was fun.
It was fun.
One step closer to $2 million.
Exactly.
Can you believe that?
I really don't. I don't think I can believe that, but listen, God's with me, and he's going to make my way up there, I think.
Absolutely, absolutely. We are rooting for you, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Be safe, get some rest, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
See you tomorrow night. Thank you.
Welcome to Beyond the Chutes as presented by Parasite System. We were in Lexington, Kentucky at the Alltech Arena this past weekend for the American Eastern Regional Finals. You heard a little bit at the top of this show. Those were the Friday night winning ride interviews that I got to do with Tilden Hooper, Dawson Hay, and Jayden Roy. It's one of those rodeos that builds over a few days. Slack on Thursday, more on Friday, working everything down to Saturday night. And all of it is pointed towards Arlington, Texas, the American Rodeo Championship weekend, May 22nd to the 23rd, and at Globe Life Field for a record $2 million. We spent some time with a few people right in the middle of it. Jayden Roy, the bull rider out of Quebec, Austin Stewart, the steer wrestler who qualified through the St. Tite Super Qualifier system. And we got to speak with one of the rodeo announcers, Brandon Edwards. And finally, Lane Peterson, the competition manager with the American Rodeo. Just a few conversations from Lexington from a weekend where things started to come together. We hope you enjoy. Hey, we are standing here in the Alltech Arena in Lexington, Kentucky, and we've got a super qualifier. Comes out of St. Tite. We interviewed him on the show when we were up there in September. Austin Stewart, welcome back to the show, man.
Thanks, Doug.
I'll tell you what, you had a run up there. We talked about it. We put on an episode on you
We
up
did.
there. Where you been since then?
I left St. Tite, went to Nova Scotia.
What?
Left Nova Scotia, went to Georgia, Florida. Then I ended up going to Texas to my brother's wedding.
Okay,
And,
yeah.
rented a place for a little while, and then now I bought a place and trying to build an arena and a barn. And
Tell me about the place.
it's 11 acres in Hyco, Texas, and
Oh, okay.
there ain't nothing on it.
Okay.
Now there's a driveway and a clear spot for arena.
Yeah, so not so far from Sulphur Springs.
No, sir.
What, an hour?
No, 2.5, 3.
Is it that far?
Yeah, it's that far.
Okay.
With traffic.
Okay. And an arena, and are you training? What are you doing these
Training
days?
horses, got 12 horses. Most of them are gold buckle futurity calf horses, and got a few bull horses and head horses. My wife's barrel horse.
Okay, now you're using a lot of slang. If you're a rodeo cowboy, you know what all this means. What was it about?
Bulldogging horse.
Well, I know what a bulldogging horse is, but they're of a certain caliber. How'd you describe it?
Oh, the gold buckle futurity.
Gold buckle
they're
futurity.
A horse that has to be 6 years of age and younger.
Yeah.
And most of mine are 3 and 4.
Yeah.
So there's another class that's 4-year-old and younger for the futurity.
Okay.
And you go to Ardmore, Oklahoma for gold buckle futurity, qualify, and try to compete and let your horses try to win, and they show and judged and timed. And
Okay. And get your name known.
for sure.
Okay. So what have you done to get prepared for this particular rodeo? I mean, you're one step away.
Yeah, one step from going to Arlington. So I went southeast, kept bulldogging, kept rodeoing.
Yeah.
Took a break in November, December.
Yeah.
Didn't really steer wrestle much till about, I don't know, end of February. My brother come over and we practiced and run some off his horse. And then the bulldogging horse that I rode in St. Tite come to me about a month ago.
Yeah.
So we started back getting her ready. She'd been getting legged up all winter. And I just kind of gave her a break because it was a lot for her for her first year last summer. And we run probably 20, 25 head of steers since then.
Yeah.
And she's ready.
And she's ready. What about you?
I'm ready.
Yeah. How's your mind?
My mind?
How's your mind?
It's clear as clear can be.
Yeah.
We won't turn it on until about 5 seconds before I ride the box.
Is that right? I
Yeah.
remember when we were in St. Tite, I'm like, what goes through your mind? And you talked about backing in the box. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you tell me?
Breathe.
Who
Take a big
taught you
deep
that?
breath.
Who told you that?
A buddy of mine, Justin Thigpen, said breathe right there, and I rode up, took a big deep breath, and then regrouped and backed in there. It was perfect.
All automatic.
All automatic.
All automatic.
Practiced all my life for this.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
big opportunity tomorrow night.
And you look like you're in good condition.
Yeah, I've lost a little bit of weight and been working out and trying to jog and ride a bunch of horses. I'll do it to you.
Now, I asked you if you were in Dalen Swearingen wrestling condition.
No, not quite that.
No.
Yeah.
You can go down there and get in the dairy barn with him. You can work out. He's got a workout room down there, man. He's got a place for you to sleep. He's got everything. You go down there and train with him.
Yeah, our workout program are a little different than his.
How so? How so?
Me, I feed my cows, feed my horses, and lift saddles and ride. I'm on the kind of work on the ranch program, not lift weights. Maybe that's wrong, but that's just what I've always done.
It's what got you here.
That's what got me here. So.
Stick with what got you here. Sam,
Don't change something if it ain't broke.
Sam, what's on your mind?
No, I'm just taking it in, because it is different. The programs that the guys use, and I kind of gave up on Colton, pounding them into working out like Dalen does, but I know it would help them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it wouldn't help me either.
What?
No, it would help.
You don't think so?
It would for sure help.
It would.
Yeah, for sure.
It would. I think so.
For sure.
I think so.
There's a lot with the newborn baby, just turning a year old.
Tell me about Weston. Yeah, tell
It's
me
a
about.
lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. He come early, 2.5 months early, and it's been a journey.
Yeah.
And he turned 1 year old yesterday.
Oh wow.
And he's here with me, him and my wife, and we're here ready to go.
He looks like he's going to be a cowboy.
Man, he likes his new saddle. We got him a saddle for his birthday, and
For a horse?
yeah,
For a saddle?
yeah.
Okay.
10-inch saddle from Teskey's there, and if you walk by the barn, it's sitting on a little saddle rack, and he wants to sit on it.
Oh, good deal. Good deal. Yeah.
Congratulations, Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah.
He's got the boots. I saw that.
He's got the genetics, the boots.
Yeah, he's got it all.
If he wants to do it, that's great.
Yeah.
If he wants to do something else, that's awesome too.
Yeah. So tomorrow night, right? I know we talked about mindset. You've been here 3 days. You relaxed?
Relaxed. I come here last year. I was fortunate enough to win the team roping at St. Tit last year and got to come here and compete in the team roping straight to the short round. And it was a great opportunity. Fortunately, we didn't do no good.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't trade that experience for nothing to prepare me for tomorrow.
So explain that. Describe that experience last year. Saturday night, bunch of people here, big crowd.
Big crowd, sold out, Alltech Arena. Couldn't ask for a better crowd. Great show.
Yeah.
Great production.
Yeah.
And man, your hair stands up on the back of your neck when you ride down the arena to get ready. It's for a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it's life changing.
Yeah.
And I wish everybody the best of luck here that's trying to do it too.
And you're here.
I'm here.
You're here. And pays $10,000 to win the round.
Tomorrow night.
They give you a great big check.
Big check.
You're going to be on TV.
On TV.
They're going to give you a belt buckle. And then I believe after they give you the belt buckle and you do all your TV stuff, they're going to pull you over and I'm going to be able to talk to you.
That's fine.
Right behind the chutes, it sounds
That's fine.
So right beyond the chutes.
Right beyond the chutes.
Right beyond the chutes. So have you allowed yourself to dream? Have you dreamed about getting to Arlington?
Oh, every day since September when I knew I was coming here. Like it's just, and then you found out that it's $2 million this year, not just for one.
Right on.
And man, that
would change some things.
It would change a lot.
What would it change for you?
Horsepower, land, setting my kids up for down the road, and man, it just changed everything. I mean, I'd get to go compete a little more.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I don't get to compete all year.
Yeah.
I'm a one rodeo weekend kind of guy.
Yeah.
Because I'm a rodeo clown and specialty act, so I stay at one place all weekend, clown, enter the slack. So I take my makeup off and run one after the rodeo. And,
Right.
And if it works out to go to the IFR or to this, great. If not, you just regroup and go next year.
Go again. And you've been in front of a lot of crowds.
A lot of crowds.
And how does this one compare to what you've seen down the road?
Man, this is to the top of the list. It's a cool place.
Okay. Can you imagine going to Arlington and what that would be like?
Man, that'd be a dream come true.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
Imagine
since they had the first one, I've always wanted to run one in there. And this is probably the biggest shot I've ever had.
Yeah.
Team roping is 2 horses, 2 guys, 1 steer. It's a lot of variables.
A lot of variables, a lot going on.
Steer wrestling, it's on me. I got to grab the steer by the horns and throw him on the ground.
And are you going to be able to? You're dogging on the horse that you won St. Tite on here.
Yes. Peach and the owner's here.
Talk about the owner.
So the owner's Dennis Viat, Emily Viat. They live. They're from Quebec. They're outside of Maribel,
Okay.
St. Sophie.
Okay.
And This is a horse they raised and run barrels on and competed on and won a lot of money on. And she got hurt, had a little break, brought her back as a bulldogging horse, and she's been phenomenal. I rode her all last summer. It was her first year rodeoing as a bulldogging horse. And, man, she was good. We had 3 guys ride her at St. Tit up there, and every one of us won a check on her.
Really?
Every one of us.
Okay. And
2 guys won a round, and another guy made the short round on her and placed in the other 2 rounds.
Yeah. And your Hazer's not here. Where's Colton?
Colton's back in New York putting docks in and working.
Because you tried to get him lined out to do this?
He was supposed to come here, but it didn't work that way. But if I make it to Arlington, my brother's going to be beside me.
So Colton will be there. Colton Swearingen will be there dogging for, or hazing for you.
Yeah, him and Mimosa.
Okay, him and Mimosa. Okay. Sam, any final words before we say goodbye?
Well, yeah, I talked to Colton a little bit about that, and I was torn, because I thought he should be there, but in the same token, he's taking care of business, so I'm very proud of him. He's been calling and
for sure. He hooked me up with a pretty good guy to ace for me, so I got
that's
Tyler
what he said. He
Peterson
said, I got
beside
him
me, so
taken care of.
It's okay. I'm not mad, not one bit. He's taking care of him, and we got a plan for the summer, and we've practiced together, and, man, he's doing great. And he's right where he's supposed to be right now.
And how about Mimosa?
Mimosa's bad to the bone.
Bad to the bone.
Bad to the bone.
Describe her, if you would.
She's probably one of the best hazing horses going. Like, she's out of Champagne, which is Molly's good horse that he hazed on at the NFR, and she can do it. Ain't no horse out there outrunning her.
Right. All business.
When we went to look at her or whatever, he said, Sean said, she bought me this, Champagne bought me this ranch,
And it's true. Without a great hazing horse, your bulldogging ain't very good.
Yeah, so super bloodlines, it sounds like.
Man, genetics is everything in this game now. It plays a big part.
Yeah.
Big part.
Okay. Well, let's. This is good practice for when we do this Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
Right Beyond the Chutes.
Fine.
They'll bring you over to me.
I've never been short of talking.
No. But you're going to be pumped up. You're holding that $10,000 check.
That'd be incredible.
All right. Counting on it.
Yes, sir.
We'll see him on.
Thanks,
on
Sam.
Saturday night.
I'll see y'all Saturday.
Yeah. Good luck, man.
Thanks, dude.
That was Austin Stewart. Came a long way to get here. Now let's go to the guy who's calling it Friday night and Saturday night in the Alltech Arena. Here in the Alltech Arena, and look who I find. I always seem to migrate towards rodeo announcers. I don't know why. Brandon Edwards, welcome to Beyond the Chutes.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
What a place.
I know. This is great, ain't it?
Yeah.
My gosh, this is cool.
Have you been here before?
I have not been to this arena. I've been to Lexington a couple of times for some other events. Did some horse shows here, that kind of thing. But no, not right to the Alltech. And man, it's a facility.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah.
This was built during the World Equestrian Games.
Okay.
Probably 2008, 2009, something like that.
Okay.
Beautiful facility. So tell us a little bit about you. Where do you come from?
Boy, man. Grand Junction, Colorado is where I call home. It's where I was born and raised. I did everything there. Spent a little time in Washington State for a part of my career, a little bit right after college. But other than that, it's been Colorado my whole life. Come from rodeo background. Dad rodeoed, I rodeoed, got to spend a lot of time, so it was a lot of fun. And then I actually have some deep roots in kind of the performing side of the world. My college degree, I tell everybody, if you need to know about me, my college degree is in vocal performance music with an emphasis in Italian opera. And that's what I spent some time in Seattle doing. And then when I came back after
Now, wait a minute. I can't roll by this. So you sing?
I used to, yeah,
okay,
quite a bit.
So belt one out for us.
You're going to put a guy on the spot, ain't you?
I am.
Well, we would always say that you're going to go, Bella si come an angelo in terra pellegrino. And that way you have it started. So,
Whoa!
But I kind
it.
of came from, always had two conflicting enjoyments in life, rodeoing and performing.
Yeah.
And during college, it really kind of became apparent for a while that at least in those two spaces, they weren't going to fit real well. Because if you're rodeoing on the weekends. And if you're making a living performing, if you're performing on the weekends.
Right.
So I kind of gave everything up to go, sold horses, trucks, trailers, everything I had for a little while to go try it in Seattle. Loved it. Realized big city life probably wasn't for me. And came back home, got to rodeoing again.
Yeah.
And then really by happenstance, I tell everybody, the age-old story of one of my buddies told me they were going to have a backyard jackpot, and I couldn't enter because it was a little handicapped team roping thing. And my wife, my dad entered, and they paid me with a case of beer to announce it and just get up and probably say some things on the microphone that I'd get fired now if I said anyplace else. And it just kind of started off a daisy chain for me that has led to some really incredible places and allowed me to kind of combine two things I'm passionate about with now getting to perform, but in the Western lifestyle space. And here we are.
I was going to say, so scratch that itch just a little bit.
A lot, yeah.
So when did you start announcing? And
I really started, that was about 2016 that I started announcing about that. Got my pro card a few years later. Was able to really get the support of a lot of great people, learn some great lessons, spend some time around some folks who were really willing to, just kind of lead you through that space.
Yeah.
And it's just been a great starter since then.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been an awesome way to travel the country, see things, see folks, and be around good people.
And is that your main job?
You can call it, like we basically say we work two, we're 50-50, so I do that for a living. We're around quite a lot of the country, and then also during the normal workday hours, I'm also the coach at Colorado Mesa University for their rodeo program. I get to do that. Actually, myself and my wife are both full-time coaches there, so we get to make it a full family affair.
Talk a little bit about that experience. Talk a little bit about what goes on.
It's way more fundraising, community relations, recruiting than I ever thought, it was going to be as far as that goes. I think probably every person who starts getting into the college rodeo space especially thinks, man, this is going to be great. I'm going to get to rope all day.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to spend time on my horses, and yet we're also going to call it college practice. Well,
yeah.
Just in case if you ever want to be a college coach, it's great. It's one of the funnest jobs I've ever had. That ain't it. It's just that's not what it is. But it's been probably even more rewarding because we really get to take, and we're building a program essentially in a place that didn't really have one established. Now we've got some amazing support from our college. They have bent over backwards from us, and we say that every harebrained idea we have about how to fund scholarship programs and put money in endowments so that we have money in scholarship from basically now till the end of time, they've just said yes. They said, what can we do? How do we do it? But it's been a roller coaster. It's been a lot of fun, and we get to now, we started in 2018 there. We had 4 or 5 kids on the rodeo team. Right now, this year, we've got 30 kids from 13 states and a Canadian province on our team.
Nice.
We've just been incredibly blessed with just the amount of interest we get, the caliber of students we've got, the character that they have and their work ethic, and it's just been amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
So how'd you find your way to the American?
Through great people and find a connection. I kind of make the joke. I work a lot with Colorado High School Rodeo Association, and so you get to be around some parents. One of which happens to be Bonnie Wheatley, who's a good friend, and also spent some time with some rodeos locally in Colorado that I know. And then was also kind of giving some reference. Amanda Sanders, a good friend of mine, who was a secretary here last year. Actually, I worked with her and got to know her really well. Actually, through a lot of wintertime events that we do in the ski joring space. It's just a really random path to get here, but it's been worth it. It's been awesome, and what a cool stop to get to make.
Oh wow, that's excellent. So talk a little bit about preparation just for tonight, let alone tomorrow night.
Yep. You've seen me for the last couple hours, a lot of time on laptops, a lot of times calling folks if you really want to get a personal story, because the beautiful part, especially about the American, is you have such a mix of contestants here. So you've got the guys that most of us probably know their stats in our sleep because we watched them on TV all last year, all during the Texas Swing, that we've got. So we know exactly, your big names. We're looking at the Bareback ride, for example. You've got O'Connell and you've got Richmond Champion. I mean, those guys, that story writes themselves. I mean, half the people in the stands are going to know them better than we could ever know.
Right.
But then you really get a chance to do a deep dive on what makes the American, to me, so great is that you've got these other contestants that are literally coming from scratch and putting their money down for a chance to play. And then that really gets fun. You just, try to get as many of their stories as you can to really get a crowd invested in their success.
Absolutely, and pays a lot here. So Saturday nights,
Yep.
the big finals.
Yep.
We've been here for 2 days watching slack.
Yep.
I mean, these guys are working. Two head, the gals are running 2 rounds. Breakaway roping's huge, 84 breakaway ropers, and you're going to boil it all down to 10 advance out of this. These slack performances, 74 go home, dude.
Yeah. That's rodeoing. I mean, you know, that's rodeoing. I mean, you know, the age-old adage was in baseball, right? You know, you can strike out 2 out of 3 times and still go to the Hall of Fame if you can keep that 300 average. Well, rodeo's not that different when you really look at it.
Yeah.
It's all about knowing that, especially in the rodeo, you do have to step up on those big moments when you have those opportunities to get there.
Yeah.
But it's also a law of averages that you just got to keep entering. You know, my dad's famous saying was, "You cannot win if you're not entered." And I will guarantee you that is the one thing in rodeo that has held true through every generation, because you got to get here, you got to nod your head, you got to take your chance, and then you got to be mentally tough enough to deal with that loss of the times that it does come, to just get right back on it, try it again, wherever the next spot is.
Absolutely. And you know, there's a lot of variables in rodeo, but the conditions here, I mean, they are working the ground. There's good footing everywhere.
Yeah.
It's amazing, giving these cowboys, cowgirls good equal opportunity to compete.
It's what everybody wants, is a fair shot.
That's
you know,
right.
They all want to know they got to come in and have that fair shot. So you try to do everything you can to put an even pin of animals in there, whether it's cattle in the bulldogging or horses in the rough stock events, whatever it is, so that you know, hey, my shot's just as good as anybody else, and you do everything you can to put that weight on your own shoulders and try to rise above it.
Oh man, and what's the opening tonight look like? I mean, you guys have production meetings and all this stuff, so just, step us through.
You know, it's really cool. We actually, right here in Lexington, they're doing some really cool stuff, actually celebrating the Navy here, so we're going to be able to actually bring in a little brass quartet, I believe, for the opening, so it's going to be kind of a fun little number to have something different. But, you know, the beautiful part about the American is I got to give credit, the rodeo is the selling point, so we don't need a lot of spectacle as far as a lot of the frills and frivolous stuff.
Right.
They're not afraid to get right down to business and you know, get in here. Let's pay tribute to what we need to pay to. Let's give God and country a tip of the hat, and then let's get down to showcasing what these athletes can do.
Yep. And you're talking tonight. You're talking Saturday night. You're announcing you're going to send these guys to Arlington. Talk a little bit about the impact some of these guys are going to be feeling. These gals.
I mean, you know, again, I go back to sometimes having that mental fortitude in rodeo to look like, hey, it's another day, it's another rodeo, it's another opportunity. If you let the situation get too big, it could absolutely bluster you, and you wouldn't be able to do anything with it. But at the same time, obviously, the carrot at the end of this stick for the American is an opportunity for literal life-changing money. I mean, even if it's just we talk about the million, or this year the 2 million.
2 million.
But, you know, even that 100,000 for one event, or the 10,000 for one of this, I mean, that can do things to a person's season that's just incredible. That maybe doesn't put as much diesel in your truck when it's over $5, but it sure still puts more than if you didn't have it in your pocket.
For sure.
It lets you go on. It's going to let you weather some other hard times if there's any other cold spells during the season, and then, you know, it's huge.
Yeah. And put your coaching hat on, just for a moment, if you would. Let's say I've qualified steer wrestling. What are you going to talk to me about before I get ready to make that? Let's say I'm in the top 4, right? Make it back that championship round tomorrow night.
Yep.
What's your coaching?
Control your variables, stick to your game plan. Do what feels right, and respect the process that got you there. That's big stages, I don't think, are the place to make big changes. You have to know exactly what got you there and what allowed you to rise to that level and to get to that opportunity. So stick to it. Make a plan. Look at the situation. Obviously have that observance before you nod your head if there's any big things that need to be looked at. But most of the time, it's just going out and absolutely just having an effective run on whatever you draw. And I hate saying the idea of, letting the chips where they fall, but a little bit of it is. You can only control so much, and you can just try to maximize the potential of the situation you've got.
You bet. And we talk a lot about rodeo mindset on our show. We hear all kinds of numbers, 90%, 95% of rodeo is mind, right? You're a coach. I mean, is that a part of your curriculum? Is that part of?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it has to be. It has to be, especially because we talk about the rodeo and the fact that it's such an emotional roller coaster, right? I mean, if you've got somebody who every time they maybe step up to the next level of competition for them, you're going to have somebody that understood what it was like to maybe dominate or feel really, really like they had a dominant ability to go do great things. You step up to that next level, and it's very rare that they instantaneously just find that really, really comfortable level of success. Not to mention the fact that just at rodeo, so many other things on a daily basis can affect what we do. You blow a tire, you have a horse get sore on you or something, and all of a sudden you're having to ride your back up or borrow a horse when you get there. There's always the opportunity for things that you're not going to be able to control. Yeah. It's definitely going to fluster you if you let it.
Yeah.
So just have that mental fortitude to just say, nope, one thing at a time, do what you can.
Okay. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm excited for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're going to have fun.
That is a guarantee. That part is guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. If you can't have fun doing this, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Who are you working with in the arena tonight?
Tucker Reese tonight is in the booth with me, and Mr. Dudley is going to be down there as our funny man and barrel man. Yep.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
Any final words?
Man, enjoy, tune in, go do something crazy. I tell people all the time, I'm the Slumdog Millionaire story of rodeo, because everything that I did in my life at some point that had absolutely no correlation to this sport has somehow tied back in now to allowing me to do something with it. So whatever you're doing, if you get a crazy opportunity, just say yes, go do it, have some fun, and do something crazy the next time.
Perfect. And we always end the show with Roy Rogers' Happy Trails.
Nice.
Please, if you would.
Happy trails to you until we meet again.
Thank you, guys.
That's Brandon Edwards. Keeps the whole thing moving on the microphone. And here's Lane Peterson. Got a very special guest that we're going to welcome back to the show. He has been on the show in the past. Matter of fact, in September, we were up in St. Tite, up in Quebec. Got an opportunity to meet this young man and had a wonderful conversation with him. And he is the competition manager of the American Rodeo. And we are sitting here in Alltech Arena, right here in Lexington, Kentucky. Welcome, Mr. Lane Peterson.
Well, thanks for having me back. It's always an honor and a privilege, and it's a chance just to sit down and have a visit.
I love it.
We enjoy it.
I love it. So we're sitting here in the stadium seating.
You bet.
We're overlooking this beautiful arena. Just before we get started, what's your takeaway from this arena, man?
Well, this is I want to say our fourth year here, I think. And the Alltech Arena at the Kentucky Horse Park, it's as nice as it gets, as far as an equine facility, and it's built for such cool events. Like Road to the Horse was just here, and man, we love coming here. The people love it. It's, the crowd when it gets is enthusiastic, and it's such a neat spot, because I have never really, had a reason to come to Kentucky prior.
Yeah.
And now I've been here 4 times and in different seasons and things like that.
You can apply for citizenship.
It's very close, absolutely. I'm probably going to have to uptick my bourbon intake a little to fit in maybe, but no, it's great. This is an outstanding facility.
So what's the problem?
Actually, we're looking at it. So we got to set goals, right? Is that how this works? It's about goal setting?
Have to work into it.
Yeah.
You have to get in shape. Yeah. But the conditions are tremendous here. This arena.
The weather outside is really nice, which automatically makes it nice in here. But the arena itself, it's top notch. They don't get a lot nicer than this. It's the perfect size for the event of what we want this to be.
Yeah.
As far as the competitors and things like that. And we have people that have come from everywhere from here, from Australia, New Zealand, Canada, the U.S., Brazil. We actually have a very strong Brazilian contingent here.
Okay.
So they're, as they come and see it and they come to a facility like this, it's very nice for them to come into too, because it's beautiful.
Absolutely. And I got to tell you, thank you for moving it from February to April.
It was, what we're up to with the American, this is built for national TV. This is for major TV. So being that everything hits Fox Sports, sometimes TV dictates where you fall into their thing. So in one of our predecessors' view of how the American should go, it was about building storylines and building into the American, which will come in May in Arlington. And time of the year played into that, because it's, everything feeds in. We'll be on the road for 3 or 4 weeks here coming up, and then a couple weeks off, and then there we are in Arlington, and hoping to we will give a large amount away, but hopefully, it works out that one, maybe two, maybe three contestants split that $2 million.
Split that $2
or
million.
somebody takes it all on their own.
Yeah. So catch me up. We last sat down in September, mid-September, up in St. Tite, and you told me about a lot of programs that you were putting together, qualifiers and that sort of thing. This is your first year on the job.
This is my first year in this job. That's correct.
You bet. You bet. So talk a little bit about what 2025 looked like to get here.
You know, we the way that the American works, and there's different avenues in. So a lot of our qualifier route, I mean, you could compare to kind of a grassroots system. So we use jackpots to feed in, so people can put on jackpots anywhere, make them an American qualifier. There's a little bit of a process, but they get it so they can qualify to come to one of the regionals. So the jackpots, wherever they land geographically, matches the regions that you land in to come to. So we're in the eastern region here right now. So a lot of the jackpots from here are on the eastern side of the country, of course. And then we have some super qualifier things and stuff like that, which we can talk more about. But our goal, and kind of the way that the American was envisioned in the beginning, was sort of kind of a pros versus Joes, for lack of a better way to put it.
I like that.
It's an opportunity for anyone from anywhere to find their way in and then compete their way through. And in the end, you have to tackle the top 5 in the world from last year. So, I mean, you're going to hit some really tough competition along the way. And, you know, you look here in the roster we have in the roughstock tonight as an example, the tough competition is going to hit here too. So with each one of the regionals, you kind of, you know, you can work your way through. So for a lot of our young guys, and we've had people that have came from college rodeo and end up right in the last day in the Final Four and things like that. It's a really neat way for them to see where they fit in against the, you know, the people that are doing it for a living or doing it, well, they're all doing it professionally, but they're doing it every day. And, you know, that's how they're making their living. And then there's the, you know, the people that have a Monday to Friday 9 to 5 job and are more of the weekend warrior, and it gives them the opportunity to come compete at the highest level and you know, test their mettle against some of the best in the world.
And what I love about the American is I envision it as this great big umbrella. Whatever association, that's cool. Whatever association you are, come on underneath.
Well, and you know, the neat part of it all is we work with everybody. So we have you know, some working relationships with a lot of different associations and different groups and that kind of stuff. So but at the same time, we're not bound to one specific. So, you know, it's an open rodeo concept. We've developed our own rule book. You know, we work from our own corporate structure, that kind of thing. And it feeds into, you know, a chance for everybody from anywhere to come and you know, take a run at it. You know, if you hit Vegas as an example, which is kind of a neat thing, that's the only weekend that's not over top of any of the major PBR events. So guess, you know, you look at the bull riding there, guess who's coming?
Right.
You know, and those are guys that are at the top of the level in that discipline. And when their opportunity hit, it filled very quickly. You look at it, it's very comparable to the PBR World Finals that we're going to have there, which is such a cool thing, you know. And you come here, you have your IPRA World Champion, you have kids that came through different qualifiers, different, you know, from St. Tite, all that kind of stuff. So you have kids on the way up, you have you know, guys that are in the middle, and you have, you know, guys that are at the top, which is, you know, it's such an outstanding thing.
Well, what I love is you use the word kids. There's no age limit.
No
minimum, no minimum age.
Well, in the rough stock there is. You have to be 18.
In the rough stock.
But in the timed events, I mean, like Riley Webb was competing here when he was 16 years old and was doing well. He almost won it. This is the one Riley hasn't got yet, so he's still swinging at it. And his dad Dirk, I mean, he's excited every time we get a chance. And you know, last year it looked like he had a really good shot, and you know, Shane, he's a faster 6. You know, there it is. But you know, for the young guys that are coming up, and there's been lots that have kind of come through. You know, you look at Richie Champion when the year he won it the first year. You know, Richie was brand new. He was in college, and nobody knew who Richie was. And you know, I mean, he had luck, and he takes that first $1 million home. So it's very unique in that setting, and we do some stuff with various college rodeos and through the college system. So you have kids, I mean, your next superstars are coming through there, you know. But for some of them, that's that first step into that level of competition. And you know, they all respond different.
It's such a big step.
It is.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep. And it, you know, at the end, it's all, you know, it's just a run or it's just a ride. But listened to a podcast the other day with Jordan Joe Hollabaugh and Richmond Champion talking about it, and going into AT&T and then going into Globe Life, and you go into those big iconic buildings, and it's, you know, Jordan Joe, she won it the 1 year Globe Life. She said, I just didn't look up. I couldn't. You know, because then the nerves hit, and you know, you realize you're in a building with 40,000 people watching you. And so it's such a unique experience in that too.
And you tell yourself, just another ride. There's only $1 million on the line.
Yeah, just for a little bit of money. And
just for a little bit of money.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about, you mentioned it, the super qualifiers.
So we've had a series of rodeos that are super qualifiers where people that do well there. So St. T, Quebec, the I-Prairie Rodeo there was one that the winners there got a direct bye to the short round here. Yeah. So it was, you know, by doing well at that rodeo, it gives them an opportunity here to come and you know, that to win this pays $10,000 itself. So it's not like it's, you know, you're just coming to a little rodeo for nothing. It pays really well all the way through. And our guys from St. Tite, and we got Barretos, Brazil, San Francisco, Denver, a handful of different little rodeos. The Kojo are open, like Cody Johnson's are open in Texas, is another one. It just gives them that chance to kind of a sort of a fast pass to the short round, so they don't have to go through the rounds and qualify in. They're in a clean slate Saturday night perf, and fastest time or highest score wins or moves on.
Yeah. So go ahead, Sam.
I got a question. Okay, so when you enter a super qualifier like that, because people ask me, do they pay an extra entry fee there, and do they still pay an entry fee when they get to Lexington? How does that work?
So there's two ways. If you go kind of on the jackpot side or a side pot, you pay an extra entry fee, and then you only compete against the other people that do. So as an example, in the bull riding, if 3 people enter the side pot, highest score out of that would advance. So you're only competing against those 3. But the super qualifiers themselves, they didn't have to pay an extra entry fee. There was nothing like that. There's no fees all the way through. So they're put into a spot in the short round, and they automatically advance there, and away they go.
So if I go to St. Tite, Quebec, and win that, there's no extra entry fee, and I automatically come to Saturday night.
You're directly in the short round, absolutely.
No fees, nothing, all the way through.
No, and you get a very fancy vest and hat too. You know, little American swag to take home with you.
Yeah.
But that's so great to know, because because that's the question, and I didn't know the answer, you know. So hey guys, enter up there, boys. You got a chance to go to Arlington.
And you know, and we had the crew that are here as well that came from Barretos, Brazil. They came from the rodeo there, which is a super qualifier as well, and right into that spot. And you know, you're competing against anywhere from, depending on the event, but say up to 14 other people. But you just got to be in the top 5 to get out of here to move on to the next one, to get to Friday in Arlington.
Right.
And then out of that 15, you got to be in the top 5 to get to Saturday.
Yeah.
And it just kind of goes from there.
So let's talk a little bit about how this regional finals is formatted. Okay. You had 100 barrel racers here.
Yep.
And each one gets to run 2 rounds.
Yeah, so in all the timed events, they'll run 2 rounds. They'll compete on 2 heads. So the top 10 out of that average, they advance to the perf on Saturday night, to the short round. I mean, it's a short round, but it's a separate perf with the add-ons. But anyway, they advance to that. So then on the other end of it, if it hasn't gone well, we offer what's called a redemption round.
I love this. I mean, I love it. So yeah,
so the redemption round, you can. So every entry that you had in those 2 rounds, you can enter 2 times per.
So let me get this clear. I can enter on the same horse 2 times in the barrel racing?
No, the barrel racing, you have to enter on different horses.
On different horses.
You can enter twice. You can have 2 runs, but it has to be on separate horses.
Okay, steer wrestling, no rules. You can enter twice?
Bulldogging, you can enter twice. You can have an A run and a B run. The team roping, you stay with the same team. But again, you can have 2 runs, calf rope and breakaway bull.
And the runs have to be paired to get in the average, meaning I can't take my best from my A and my best from my B.
Yeah, you know, the A run and the B run are considered 2 separate competitive entities.
Okay.
So, yeah, you move on with one or the other, and you can only move on with one to the short round.
Yeah.
So the neat part with the redemption round is if you didn't have any luck, you have the opportunity to buy back. If you have 2 spots in the long rounds coming in, you can actually buy back 4 times in the redemption round.
Really?
Yeah, and
Okay.
and 3 come out of the redemption round regardless of how many enter.
Okay.
And it's a clean slate, shootout style, fastest time wins.
So we, through all these 2 days of qualifying,
Yep.
these slack, what we in the business call slack, they ended up. You sent 10 from the aggregate. You sent 3 more from the redemption. So there's 13 going to show up Saturday night.
Plus the super qualifiers. So
Plus
we're
super
at 15.
qualifiers. So 2 super qualifiers.
St. Pete and Raiders, Brazil will be here.
And Brazil came in.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. And then the top 4 out of that final round go to the short championship round? Short round?
So what'll happen is the top 5 from here will advance to Friday night in Arlington. So they get on one animal or they run
One go there. So there's no short round.
Correct,
till
yeah.
Saturday night.
Yeah, so the
Okay.
top five scorers or top 5 fastest times will advance to Friday night in Arlington.
One head.
One head.
One head.
Yeah.
Take all the money.
Yes, sir. And it pays $10,000 to win. I mean, it pays well too. This, each one of the regionals, as the entry system progresses, that money fills into the pot. But there's also a large added piece to it as well. And these rodeos pay really well. They're good for the contestants, and we give away some pretty nice trinkety stuff with it as well too. So
Yeah. And you're getting busy, right? This is the first of the qualifiers now.
this is our first stop of 3 on the qualifier road. We will we'll end here Saturday night.
Yeah.
We'll load into Oklahoma City on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And we'll start all over fresh again on Thursday with
Yep.
some of the same competitors, some new ones, but the same setup. It'll be a lot of runs.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rodeo to watch.
Yeah.
But it's really neat. You see the level of competition, and it's always cool when you can be around athletes like this and see how they, their mindset and how they prepare and things that they do. And the American is such a neat thing because it brings, like Luke Branquino has run steers at 2 rodeos in 2 years, and they've both been the American.
Yeah.
So Luke, he competed here today. Didn't go as well as he'd hoped, but I mean, he got in shape for it. And it's Luke going back to the things that he had always done for
Right.
a little piece of time.
Right.
He didn't get into the perf here.
Yeah.
Will he show up in Oklahoma City next week? Who knows? Will he
Yeah.
go to Vegas? Who knows?
Yeah.
But it's the allure of the American itself. It will draw those guys in to come and just take a chance at it.
Yeah. So you mentioned Vegas. That's a couple weeks after Oklahoma City. So you guys are on the road. Frontier Rodeo is going to help you all the way through. Talk a little bit about them.
So we're extremely fortunate. We partner with Frontier Rodeo on the production side of it, and Heath and crew, like Heath Stewart. Jerry Nelson owns Frontier Rodeo, and so Jerry, he does a lot with us, but Heath Stewart's the boots in the dirt guy, and his crew is, they're second to none in pro rodeo. And as we travel together, it's such a neat thing because it's very family related. We have a lot of fun. There's lots of laughs and lots of stories, and we get to hang out in places that we normally wouldn't. So we've been, our partnership with Frontier has been outstanding, and we're so lucky. We honestly are.
Yeah.
This year with the calendar, it changes a little bit, so we won't have all of Heath, and he'll be in Guyman over top of Las Vegas. So we'll have some different guys mixed in, but either way, it'll all be really good.
Yeah. And then May 23rd, Memorial Day weekend, basically.
Yep.
You head to Arlington.
Yep, we're going to go to.
Talk about that.
It's anytime you can go into any of the ball field stuff or sort of off rodeo type facilities, it's very, very cool. I've been lucky. I've got to do the American at AT&T in Jerry's World, and also at Globe Life, and they're both very unique. And probably the worst thing is they let a bunch of cowboys in there with full access to whatever you want. And being a baseball guy, it's you get in the dugout and you get. It was really neat. I remember the first time I was there in the big concert, and there I am watching Cody Johnson from the dugout.
Oh, wow.
There's a bunch of us sitting in a Major League Baseball dugout.
Yeah.
Which, it's just a dugout. It's just a place to sit. But, I mean, it's a pretty cool place to watch a concert from.
Yeah.
And, but just the atmosphere in there, it's really a neat, it's very unique, I guess. It's not the same as, the Thomas and Mack, or you can pick different buildings like that. But when that place when it gets loud and it's full and everybody gets involved, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that atmosphere is second to none. You get into the iconic days of rodeo and, like Sunday at the Calgary Stampede and, the 10th round of the NFR, short round at Cheyenne, all these different ones. And they're very iconic in their own way. And that last perf at the American is the same way when you get down to the Final Four with $1 million on the line for somebody and you don't know who.
Yeah.
That's the cool part. It could get split 9 ways. It can go different ways. Or like last year, it didn't work out that anybody won it. And so this year we're running it too. So it's a very, very, very neat thing.
So getting to Arlington, I'm not automatically in the finals. Talk a little bit about what happens when we get to Arlington from a qualifier.
So what'll happen is in each one of the regionals, five people will advance.
Okay.
In every event.
Yep. So 15.
15. So Friday night in Arlington, those 15 come together.
Okay.
So our whole road trip basically leads to the 15 on Friday night. So we'll have that perf there. Again, it's a clean slate. Everybody starts fresh, and the top 5 in each event move on to the Saturday perf,
Okay.
where they'll meet the top 5 in the world from last year.
Which takes you to a total of 10.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then 10 becomes...
So from the top 10, then we go to the 4.
To the
so
4.
the showdown, like the final round is with 4 guys or girls. And again, it's all clean slate. It all starts fresh every round. They carry no scores or times in with them. And fastest wins or highest score wins.
And the top 5 in the events as of the end of last year, right, come in. They're automatically in, but they're not eligible for the $2 million.
No, that's the fun part of it all is they kind of come in as the spoilers, you'll say. It's kind of the opposite idea of how a spoiler would work. Usually it's the guy's the underdog that comes through and is the spoiler and those kind of things. But in this case, it's the top 5. They could win $100,000 in each event, but they're not eligible for the $1 million.
Yeah.
So as each one of those events goes, if they happen to be the one that wins it, they win the $100,000, but they also take the $1 million away from everybody else in that event, and on it goes. So. Right. It all builds. That's part of the intensity of the entire event. We set them up on stage, and everybody sits there together, and it's quite a unique thing watching them too, as it's going. And where the stage is set, which is right over the Buck and Chutes, or right over our chutes in Arlington, they're all watching with bated breath too to see who's it gonna be. And you'll see them, and they'll be looking at a program, or they'll be figuring out who's in the 4 round, who's eligible, who's not eligible, and. It's
BJ.
Quite a thing,
BJ.
Keep talking, you're rolling, guys.
You guys are next. I said.
Oh boy, here we go.
Uh-oh.
All the Canadian guys are showing up in one spot.
Yeah. They run in a crew.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell them, please take over.
So talk a little bit about 2026.
Okay.
And as we head to 2027, what you guys got working? What are you thinking?
Well, evolution is part of all of it. And not saying we're evolving a lot, but we're constantly looking at ways to make it better for the viewer, to make it better for the athlete, to make it better for, our corporate structure as well. So everything we're doing is looking at moving forward. We're just starting to get our dates figured out for next year and how that's going to land. The nice part about what we have is we have the ability to focus on the grassroots. We have the ability to focus on, the upper echelon of the competitors. We can kind of get everybody, like you said, under the same umbrella. And truly that is our goal. Yeah. Rodeo is it's all the same people. I don't want to say it's fragmented, but with the different associations, everybody kind of picks their alliance or their allegiance, and away they go. And sometimes it's regional, sometimes it's goal related, sometimes it's, a matter of what works best for them. Our goal is to make it, and we've successfully done it, but to continue it and even make it better, where our competitors, it doesn't matter where you come from. We just want to give you a chance to compete at a very high level, in a very highly produced, very competitive situation. That's our goal. And it's to cater to everyone, because in Lexington, Kentucky, this isn't necessarily a rodeo community,
right?
But in our years here, the fans have loved it. They come in and they're thoroughly entertained, and they're very vocal, and they love every part of it. And whether you're looking at the traditional side of rodeo or any side of rodeo, you know, it's entertainment based.
Yeah.
It honestly is.
Oh, absolutely.
We just get to do some really cool things in front of people is what it comes down to. And it's not a lifestyle that everybody understands, but everybody knows, you know, the Western movies and that kind of stuff, and you know, they link to it and they can relate to it.
Absolutely.
And that's what makes it so fun.
And this evening, first performance really for the public.
Yes.
A show, if you will, and it's rough stock only.
It's rough stock only. So the way that our setup is, we've run 2 rounds in all the timed events so far, and we've filled our course for tomorrow for the timed events. So now all the rough stock guys will come in and they'll get on their first animal tonight.
Yep.
In all 3 events, and again the top 10 advance out of that. We're lucky Heath has brought in some other contractors as well. We've got Championship Rodeo here as well, and both of the performance and the caliber of horses and caliber of bulls is, you know, it's NFR stock. It's very cool in that regard. So it's a nice performance tonight too. A little bit different because it's just the 3 riding events, but a very good. And there's no, regardless of where you've landed in the world standings, aside from the 1 through or 1st through 5th that can't compete at these, all the guys that want to move on have to come through one of the regionals. So if you look at the Bronc riding tonight, it's a star-studded cast of as good as it gets.
Yeah.
Pretty heavy on the Canadian flavor too, I'll say.
But good representation this year. Yeah,
very, very much so.
Yeah.
But it's a set of competitors that you don't get to see everywhere, and then you mix in some of the ones that, you know, aren't really playing the PRCA game, but are coming, you know, through the IPRA or through other avenues. And here they are too, and mixed right in with those guys, and I love it. Yeah, and we'll see how it plays out. You know, the beauty of rodeo is you can't predict. You can have a look at it and think you may know how it goes, but just hold on, you'll see. Whatever happens will happen.
Yeah. Well, and again, I love you guys, whether it's the umbrella approach or analogy or whatever, but it's the way rodeo used to be.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what cards you had.
Yep.
You just showed up and competed.
No, absolutely. And, you know, and that's how this whole thing is built. It's just, you know, you get into the rounds and, well, here's your opportunity, make the best of it.
Yeah.
I really hope it works out for you, and you know, thanks for trying if it doesn't.
Yeah,
you know?
right. And then tomorrow night, huge performance here.
Yes, sir.
Right? Full music, full everything. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Full rodeo.
It is, and again, it'll be on Fox Sports, which is, you know, we're into network television, which has been the goal all the way along, because there's not much for rodeo on network TV, so we're very, very fortunate to have the ability to be there, and we really pride ourselves on our crew in all aspects, on the production side, on the music side, on all of it, and we have, you know, what I consider to be the best there is. On all levels of production within our organization.
You bet.
So it's a lot of fun because everybody's quite good at what they do, and their goal is as good a show as we can put on, and control we can control, and figure out the rest.
Absolutely. And I got to commend your entire team. I mean, they've just been great with us, and really bent over backwards to help us, and made sure that, you know, you got to get on, and we got to get to meet some pretty cool people.
Yeah, we appreciate hearing that. I mean, that's our goal. It's we love answering questions and you know, kind of help, because we're different as part of it, and the things that we do and the way we go about it is a little bit different in a certain sense, and helping people understand. I mean, you know, it's important. And, you know, all the questions, they're great. We love answering them.
Yeah. And it all started, you and I met up in St. Tite. So put together your best message of encouragement for these youngsters to get up north and come up. Number one, it's a great rodeo.
Absolutely. St. Tite, there's, you know, it's such a unique setting, and it's such a unique way, and I'm very fortunate because I get to go to a lot of very kind of the top upper echelon of rodeos, and they're all very different. They're all very unique, and St. Tite culturally and just the atmosphere and the way that the fans interact and the excitement and passion that they show throughout that rodeo. And then it, you know, TV doesn't do it justice until it's right there in front of you. You really can't even, you know, comprehend or explain what it's like. You try to, and everybody that's been there tries to.
You know, I've tried to explain when they drag is when everybody gets excited, when they drag the arena. And the music plays and the people dance.
And you never know what you'll see, you know. And a lot of people think, you know, like I'm not from Quebec, so, you know, I won't understand or I won't like it. And it's so neat to hear, even, you know, because it's all in French, but within that culture and how, you know, they embrace it, and it's amazing.
10 days of great rodeo.
It really is.
Oh, man.
But yeah, like, I mean, the super qualifier format is a really neat way to come in. You know, as a bull rider, you know, Jeremy Mason, he come through there, he'll be competing here, but he's got to ride one bull to move on to Arlington. You know, everybody else has to ride two.
Yeah.
You take the Bronc rider Jack Smithson, sorry.
Right.
Your IPRA world champ. He's choosing to compete in the long round as well. So he's got to buy into the short round, but he's going to ride for money in the first round tonight too.
Because it pays every time they get on a horse.
It pays really well. Absolutely, we pay money at all spots, and so there's different approaches, but it's, you know, they're getting that opportunity and they're jumping at it. So, you know, for the ones that are looking for a way to come in and kind of a
economical way.
Absolutely, because there's no fees and you're here.
Yeah.
You know, and once you get here, I mean, everybody has a chance.
Yeah.
And that's the important thing.
Yeah.
And St. Tite on its own is such a unique experience, and it's such a fun place to go and such a unique rodeo. And it, you know, for it to allow the next step to come here, I mean, it's an amazing opportunity. And, you know, and I hope people, you know, they enjoy it. And I know the ones that have made it through, that have come here, they truly do.
Yeah.
Their thought is, well, don't tell anybody. You know,
that's not the first time I've heard that.
Absolutely.
I believe Sam and Mike, when they started traveling to St. Tite, it was like, let's keep this quiet. There's good stuff up here.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no, we're very happy to be associated with St. Tite, with Sylvain and BJ and the whole crew. You know, it's an honor to be associated with a rodeo like that and experience like that, and they do a good job of looking after us too. It's a great partnership.
Excellent.
And one thing I would like to add to it for the contestants going to Lexington.
Yep.
I was so impressed with the livestock that Heath put together. It was just, you know, any rodeo is a drawing contest, but this was pretty even all the way around. I was so impressed, and, you know, it didn't take you out of it right off the hop. So
no, and Frontier really, you know, they take a lot of pride in what they bring everywhere. They do an excellent job all the way through, and if they know they need more, they'll bring more. That's the cool part. And even on the timed event end, the world right now, as far as getting timed event cattle, they're expensive.
Oh my!
With the Mexican border, they're, you know, not allowed in. They're hard to find. Heath put together an outstanding set of timed event cattle here for time of the year and just availability.
Well, I did some math. 500 pounders these days going about $450 a pound. Right. And I calculated close to about $350,000 worth of calves.
Yes.
At the sale barn.
Yep.
We watched run in here over
exactly.
the last 2 days.
I don't know that the check matches that for bringing them. I can tell you it doesn't.
That's the value, I'm saying, of these cattle. It's crazy.
It honestly is. And the risk that, you know, those producers and those contractors are putting forth, and even putting that set together and then putting them on the road and all of the different things that come with it. Because, you know, as much as focus as you put on animal health and things like that, there's still things that happen. And you know, just to step out with that much risk, you know, you got to give them a ton of credit, and you know, that's love of the game.
And a good level, even pen of cattle.
It really was. And you know, for the competitors that came, they all had a chance. There wasn't, I didn't see stuff that necessarily took them out of anything. And for that many runs and that many critters, that's very impressive.
Absolutely, a lot of runs. Great contestant turnout.
Yes.
Big numbers all the way across the board.
Yeah, I think this is probably our biggest Lexington that we've had coming here. Again, how it falls into the various spots within the tour, I guess, other years. Sometimes it's been second, sometimes it's been third. This is the first time it's been the first stop. And our numbers we're very happy with, extremely happy. They're higher than they've ever been. A lot of people are seeing Lexington as a very good opportunity. being where it's located, and especially coming from the west, it's a it's a special trip to come over here. But there was a lot of them that was the first place they picked.
You bet.
They would rather come to Lexington than Oklahoma City, and it's strategy and it's different things, but good for them. I mean, we're happy to have them here, and it's it's their chance. So.
You bet. And the Kentucky Horse Park, I mean, just,
wow.
yeah, just phenomenal.
We've had the ability to look around here and kind of, it's such a beautiful area, and I wish I knew half of the things that went on here, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, just to go, there's a marathon here tomorrow, I guess. So, Are you entered, Doug?
No. I may watch. I've entered to watch.
Oh, there we go. That's perfect.
But they got the 3-day event coming up here. What used to be called the Rolex. I mean, big, and this arena was built part of the World Equestrian Games,
right?
A few years ago. So,
but it's such a neat. It's so neat to be in a facility that's all based around equine events, and the whole facility is first class, all the way around. And I mean, it's not things we see other places.
Yeah.
So it's very cool to see.
Well, this has been excellent, Lane. Thank you for what you're doing.
Oh, you're very welcome.
You will be back in St. Tite in September.
I will be back in St. Tite.
And we'll get you back on, and we'll get more goods on the American.
No, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
What you guys are doing.
Well, thank you for just having me on here and giving me a chance to kind of talk about what we do, because we're very passionate about it and we enjoy it. And we feel like we got a pretty decent product, or
I think you got a pretty good product. I think you got an excellent product. All right, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You bet.
Have a good day.
You bet, Sam. Thank you. Mr. Lane Peterson, competition manager of the American Rodeo.
Bye, Sam.
Take care. Good talking
Thank you,
to
Sam.
You bet. Wear sunscreen.
You bet.
We are back in the Alltech Arena here in Lexington. We're at the American Rodeo Eastern Qualifier. And we've been able to nab the young man that won last night's bull ride. Jayden Roy, Quebec Cowboy.
Yes.
And I want to ask you to talk a little bit about that bull ride yet again. What was the name of the bull?
The name of the bull? I don't even remember the name of the bull. No, I don't even remember, but listen, he was fun. That's all I want to know, Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Did he throw anything at you you didn't kind of expect, or was it pretty good all the way through?
Yeah, it was pretty good all the way through. I didn't expect nothing of him because I didn't know him. So, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, really.
Isn't that? And how long have you been riding bulls?
It's been 11 years.
11
years, sir.
How'd you get involved in the sport of rodeo?
It's my dad. My dad's been riding bulls. Like, he ride bulls for 16 years, and the years he ended his career, I started mine. So yeah, my dad.
Really? He was riding right up until you started?
Exactly.
11 years ago.
11 years ago, when I was 7.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what kind of rodeos did you come up through? High school?
Yeah. Well, I did. We don't have like high school rodeos in Quebec, so I have to go in Ontario, Canada, to do some high school rodeos there. Yeah, I did a couple rodeo. Went to national high school final 2 times.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, in Wyoming.
Wyoming?
Yeah, went there 2 times, and or like we have rodeos in Quebec too. We have the IPRA, so I've been riding the IPRAs a lot.
Yeah. How long you had your IPRA in the IPRA Canada?
Yeah, IPRA Canada.
How long have you had that?
Well, since I'm 7, I've been riding in steers and junior bull, but my first real year in the open bull riding was last year.
Last year, 2025.
2025, exactly.
Really?
Yeah.
And talk a little bit about the step up from junior bulls to bulls.
Well, I think it's way more fun.
How so?
It's way more fun because, like, in Quebec, we don't have a lot of bull, so we're like on a lot of bulls, but always the same bulls.
Okay.
So I was waiting for to go like in the open bull riding to like go on new bulls and meet new bulls and go on something that buck way harder, because I think the more it bucks, the more it's fun, That's what I think.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And did you compete at St. Tite this year?
Yeah. Well, I compete with my friend Jeremy Maisonneuve. He's right here he's with us.
Here.
He's a French Canadian too.
Yeah.
And we went to St. Tite this year. I win the first weekend, and Jeremy's win the second weekend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And is this your first year riding up there?
Yeah.
St. Tite?
Well, St. Tite, I did some junior bull in St. Tite, but it was my first year in open, so that was my first year.
So what was that like, riding in that big pen?
Well, I think it's way way better like that, because I feel like pressure it's privilege, and when I have pressure, I feel like I'm being riding better, you know.
Okay,
So, yeah.
okay.
And like the stadium there, it's pretty big, and they have a lot of people there, so yeah, it feels amazing.
So talk about the atmosphere, what that's like. You make a bull ride, you tip your hat,
Yeah.
what happens?
Well, we have a sentence that we like to say, and we feel 10 feet tall, bulletproof, and that's exactly how you feel, you know. You just feel invincible, and that's it. You feel like you're in a dream, you know.
Yeah.
Because we dreams about that our whole life, you know, since I'm young on steer riding. Well, I want to be in open bull riding and win a big show, so yeah.
That's a big show.
Yeah.
That's a big show. Talk about the crowd.
The crowd's incredible, and you know it feels like home to be there, because it's all people I know, and it's French Canadian people. So I'm with my family when I'm there, and the atmosphere and the people, it's a big party, you know. So yeah, it's better sport in the world and better place, I think. You know, the atmosphere is at the top at this place, I think. Yeah.
Oh wow. Did you fly into Lexington or did you drive?
Lexington, I drive here.
All the way from Quebec?
Quebec, yeah. It's about 14, 15 hours, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I like the rodeo life, you know, and be on the road, so yeah, that's what I like.
So what are the plans for 2026? Number one, we got to get you to the Globe Life Field in Arlington.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but what's 2026 looking like for you, schedule-wise?
Well, I've been starting some PBRs at the beginning of the year, so I want to go do a couple other PBRs and PBRs Canada as well. And I still compete in some IPRs rodeo when I have times, and I'm a bit everywhere, I think. And I'm going to a couple PCBs too, and here at the American Rodeo.
Yeah. And it takes money to go down the road. Who's helping you go down the road these days?
Well, I got a couple sponsors. I got like the company of my dad too. He's in construction, and he helped me a lot with
What's
that.
the name of that company?
It's in French, but I can say it. It's Les Entreprises Marceau. So he helped me a lot with that, with all the gas, all the inscription and everything. So yeah, he helped me with that. I got Wranglers too that helped me with all my clothes.
Let's take a look at this. Wrangler. When did you sign Wrangler?
Well, I signed with Quebec and Ontario last year, but this year it's my first real year with Wrangler.
Really?
Wrangler World. So,
Okay.
Yeah, pretty happy about it. So I'm dressed all Wrangler and happy to be part of the team. You know.
You bet.
Yes, sir.
And what do you know about tonight's bull?
Same thing as yesterday. I don't know. I know he's a little black bull. I just saw him in the pen.
Yeah.
That's pretty much.
Left hand, right hand.
Left-handed. Yeah. Left-handed.
Is that the best direction for you?
Yeah.
Left hand?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm left-handed, so I like it in the mid.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yeah, and you know that I think I ride way more better when I don't know the bull.
Yeah.
Because I don't think about it. I just sit there and do my job.
Yeah. And you said pressure is privilege.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
It's mean because sometimes I stress a lot, you know, and it's part of human, you know. You stress, and it's a big show here, and it's about stress. It's about human, you know.
Yeah.
But when I think about it, I just said, listen, it's God with me, and pressure it's privilege. Because if I was riding a little rodeo or a little bullpen something, I wouldn't have that pressure. And I think, like, if you're worth something, pressure is going to be there.
You bet.
Yeah.
And tonight's round, in all things in, 4 more rounds to $2 million.
Yes,
4
sir.
more rides.
Yep.
So the game plan for tonight?
Go out there and do my job.
Okay. And hopefully we get to talk to you after it's all done.
Yep.
Top 4 are going to advance to Arlington.
Yes, sir.
Go out there, be safe, have fun, let it all rock.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Thank
man.
you.
All right, it is Saturday night here in the Alltech Arena in Lexington, Kentucky, the American Rodeo Eastern Regional Qualifier, and 2 nights in a row, I get to talk to this young man. Of course, this is Jayden Roy, and he was 86.5 points tonight on a bull we call Nightcap. Dude, break it down. Give me the ride.
Wrangler, long live Cowboy.
Absolutely, Wrangler, long live Cowboy, yes. And tell me about the bull.
Listen, was really fun. Another bull to the left. That's my the best one. That's what I like the most. And in the mid, and really happy about it. Really cool. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep.
And what do you think of that belt buckle?
Listen, I didn't have really time to look at it, but
Take a look.
yeah, it's beautiful. I've been praying about that since a long time, so thank you, God.
Absolutely. And you're going to take this check. Now, before you take this check to the bank,
Yep.
make sure you flip it over and you endorse it on the backside. You know to do that, right?
Yeah, I know to do that.
I want you to walk in the bank, though, with it, okay? Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Now, one other thing. You realize it gets real.
I'm starting to realize it, but I'm going to realize it the most when I'm going to be 2 foot in Texas and ready for the $2 million bills.
Absolutely.
Yes,
and
sir.
and in about 5 weeks, you are going to be in the Global Life Arena in Arlington, Texas.
Yeah.
Can you believe it? $2 million on the line just for you.
I know, that's what I said. I can't really believe it, but listen, that's what I've been dreaming for, so I'm going to go out there and do my job.
All right, Arlington bound. This is Jayden Roy, Quebec Cowboy. This has been Beyond the Chutes as presented by Parasite System. Lexington, Kentucky at the Alltech Arena this past weekend for the American Eastern Regional Finals. A lot of great rodeo athletes, some really, really good runs, and some strong rides. From slack to Saturday night to now on to Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas this May for a share of $2 million. I want to thank Stan Cromlish with Drifter Digital Marketing, shot all of the video and has been such a great help with the editing. You can find him at drifterdigital.com. Again, that's Sam Cromlish. And my partner on the podcast, of course, Mr. Sam Swearingen. Thanks for coming along on this ride with me. And Jaylee and Jenna with the American Rodeo for their guidance the entire rodeo weekend. Just a handful of conversations to cap how it all played out. We'll see you down the road. This is Beyond the Chutes as presented by Parasite Systems and their partners at Midwest Veterinary Supply. We're back on the road in 2026, and now more than ever, these stories matter. We're beginning our 4th year. Over 180 episodes in, and we're just getting started. You'll find us at rodeo reunions, you'll find us at today's events, and you'll find us right in the middle of it, recording, listening, and bringing these stories to you as they happen. We'll be at the King Brothers Rodeo Reunion May 30th in West Alexandria, Ohio. You can look them up on Facebook at King Brothers Rodeo. That's King, B-R-O-S period, Rodeo. And if you're there, come find us. We'd sure like to meet you. We're also working on a new series, Cowboys and Cowgirls Rolling Smooth. We've partnered with Stan Cromlish, the podcaster, author, and cowboy. And in February, we sat down at the Kickback Ranch Rodeo Reunion and talked about the parallels between RV life and rodeo life on the road, something he captures in his Rollin' Smooth book series. This series is coming soon. You can check out his show, The Wandering Gypsy RV Life, on all the major streaming platforms. And he reminds us that all that wander are not lost. And we're proud to be supporting our BTC athletes during the 2026 rodeo season. Raymond Hotstetler, Eli Hirschberger, and I with breakaway roper Aubrey Wolf. We'll be following their journey all season long, and it's already underway. Now, this episode is also supported by Simcox & Company Barbershop in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Deb, Tom, Eli, and Troy. Good people who take care of their community the same way this sport does. Because this isn't just a sport, it's a way of life. It's been built on hard work, respect, kindness, and people who still show up for each other. That's the Cowboy way. And if you believe in that, help us grow it. Follow us on our BTC Facebook page. Let's push this thing to 20,000 followers and beyond. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Subscribe, follow, and stay with us on the road. You don't want to miss a single episode this year. And if something you hear in one of our episodes sticks with you, share it with a friend, post it, text it, email it, because that's how these stories travel. That's how these stories get told. And again, these stories matter. From the road,
From the arena and from the people who live it and have lived it, this is Beyond the Chutes.
Happy trails to you until we meet again.